Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Let's see here, make sure everything's looking and sounding good before we get started with some leveling. Try and make to level 32 today. Might be a little optimistic, but we'll see. Alright, you can hear me? Yep. Oh, well, we don't have as much rested experience as I thought. I was hoping we'd have all the way through level 32, but we're almost there. We got like 2.5 bars left of not rested experience. Let's see here. Alright, yeah, I think everything's looking fine, sounding fine. Alright. Kind of need to figure out what I was trying to... what I finished off with last time with this guy. So the thing with playing two characters is... since there's a day between playing... you know, a skip day of playing a character, then playing the other character, I'm getting into what they're doing. Then when I go back to the other character, I gotta figure out what they were doing. Okay. I think we were in Moonbrook. For the last thing I did with this guy during the other stream. Finishing up that Legend of Stalvan quest. That first part of it, or second part or whatever. Had to kill that undead thing, ghost thing or whatever. So now do we want to go back to Duskwood? These are the tougher Worgen. The ones that ambushed me, I believe, in that house. Almost got a little low during that one. I had to run away, and I think I actually had to pop a healing potion and evasion, and a vanish. So I don't really want to fight those right now. Plague Spreaders, that's level 30. You don't want to do that right now. So they're level 28. And they're gonna, well, this quest is level 28, and they're gonna be immune to bleed because they're skeletons. So I don't really want to do that right now. I don't even know if I can, even with my kind of target dummy strategies. We are kind of right here. Maybe we'll fly first over to Darkshire and turn into Legend of Stalvan. Blackrock Champions. Nothing really else to do in Red Ridge. What level does a Wrathy start at? It's a bit high. That's a bit high in South Shore as well. Welcome to the Jungle. It's 30. That's Stranglethorn Vale. Hope we're not entering another awkward period of questing leveling, or level of questing. You know, once we get a little higher, we're going to have a lot more quests. We're going to have South Shore starting to happen. We're going to have Stranglethorn Vale starting to happen. We can go to whatever the heck eastern portion of Thousand Needles is. Forget the name of that area over there. Claim the Charred Vale. It's 27. Maybe we could do that. Oh yeah, we gotta get the Iron Pommel. What is this one? Fallen Sky Lake. Ilkrid Magthral's tome. I haven't tried killing him yet. I've been reluctant because he has those demon minions around him. He's got like a succubus right next to him and 2 fell hunters. Plus, I'm assuming since he's got those demons, he's a warlock type, which means he's gonna have dots most likely. So I'm not gonna be able to vanish. It's hard enough fighting one thing, let alone 2, let alone 4, and not having vanish and being able to be used. That's just that's a reason why I haven't done it yet. Yeah, we're kind of running low on quests. Not gonna lie, we are kind of running a bit low. What do we have in wetlands? Ormer's Revenge. Third Fleet. Necrosh's Gambit. I don't know, guys. It's kind of an awkward, The Third Fleet I'm a little reluctant to do because I've seen people, I'm assuming, do that quest and they end up fighting that guy, and doesn't he spawn like 2 people to help him? And plus, I don't think I would have a chance to get into stealth, would I? Once you turn that quest, doesn't he just immediately start fighting? So it'd be a straight up fist fight. I suppose I could use my target dummy strategy. Target dummy into a vanish. Into a garrote. Get some distance, use throwing knives. If he's still not dead, we can sprint away. I suppose we could try that. First, okay, so I think the plan is let's go to Darkshire. Turn that one in, the Legend of Stalvan. Maybe we'll just continue with that as well. See how far we get with the Legend of Stalvan. Then after that, we'll go do the Third Fleet. Ormer's Revenge I'm a little reluctant to do because those raptors are really tough. And they can do a dot, some of them. I don't know about that one particular named raptor, but I think we'll hold off on that for a bit. Third Fleet, we'll do that. We'll go over to Astronar, or Darkshore, take the boat over there. Go to Astronar, get that pommel or whatever. Then maybe we'll go kill those harpies in Stone Town. I think that is the plan. Okay. Sound good to everybody else? Anybody else got some better ideas? Let me know. Thor, Griffin Master.
How are you?
Darkshire, Dusk of Wood.
Safe travel.
Safe travels. Alright. Let me take my first sip of this coffee. Get some caffeine flowing. I've never tried this combination of coffees or whatever, you know, kind of recipe or whatnot. What I did was I put, well, it's instant coffee. Nutella, chocolate chips, and soy milk. So I have no idea what the heck that would be considered. Is that like a soy latte mocha hazelnut, a hazelnut mocha soy latte? I'm guessing it's something like that. As I'm discussing this coffee that has, you know, Nutella and chocolate chips in it, I get invited to a guild called Sugar Rush. Wow, what timing. No, thank you. Alright, let's give it a try though. Sounds like it'll be quite good. And of course, get a hair on my tongue. It's one reason I don't like having hair. Well, I like shaving my head and my face. When I did have longer hair, I constantly get like hairs in my mouth and crap. It's so annoying. Alright. That's it's not bad. It's definitely very, well, sweet. Bit too sweet. Not gonna lie. A little bit too sweet. But I don't mind it. Definitely drink it. It doesn't have enough coffee flavor. The kind of the Nutella bit overwhelms it. Okay. Yeah, I'm a person that kind of typically just, well, at least in the past, I would just drink black coffee, not even put anything in it. So I do like a strong just coffee flavor. And I don't usually prefer drinks that have, overwhelm the coffee flavor and you can barely taste that coffee. This is kind of getting to that point. Don't really taste the coffee all that much. Alright. Let's turn this in. I think this is the Legend of Stalvan. At least part of it. Cleric Adultery.
What can I do for you?
The Legend of Stalvan. Ah, I remember you. You're the one who was asking about that Stalvan fellow. Did you ever find what you were looking for? Required items, a dusty, unsent letter.
Have a good one.
Interesting. So the chap did spend some time in Moonbrook after all. It is rather odd the letter never got delivered. Nonetheless, I shall update the registry.
See you later.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, it is called the Lion's Pride Inn. Okay. I was wondering what the inn in Goldshire was called. Lion's Pride Inn. I knew it was Lions something. Oh my. Must have missed this the first time. In the registry, right beneath the first address for Stalvan, there's another one listed. Only partially scratched out. Looks like he was headed to the Lion's Pride Inn over in Goldshire. Might want to check there, Swapperman. Quest objectives, go to the Lion's Pride Inn to see if anyone there has heard of the name Stalvan.
See you around.
Alright, that looks like where we're going to. Let's see, how many apples do we got? We got 3 apples. Let's see, let's destroy this candy corn. It doesn't really serve much purpose for me. Candy corn, restores 3% of your health, but no buff. No buff. Swapper Man needs his buffs. Gotta have those buffs. What is this? Scroll protection. Nice. We'll be using that as we start killing things. Okay, let's bob for some apples. Let's do some trick-or-treating. We'll head on over to Goldshire, Lion's Pride Inn. We could probably do that there, but let's do it here. Bobbing for apples. Apple Bob. Bobbing apple. 5 of them. We don't get all 5 of them. I think we'll get 3, maybe 2. I don't remember how many we had. Bobbing apple. Restores 2% of your health. Gain stamina and spirit. And we got 2 of them. Okay, innkeeper. Time for me to trick or treat. And I know my bags have bag space this time. Innkeeper Trelane. Innkeeper.
Greetings.
Trick or treat?
Farewell.
Looks like we got a treat of some sort. Let's take a look. Bum bum bada bum bada bum 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 bada bum 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 bum. Treat bag, conjured item, soulbound. We got a flimsy female troll mask. Ooh, we finally got a mask. Do we keep this in the entire game, or does this go away after the event ends? Flimsy female troll mask. Binds when picked up. Binds when picked up. Head. Duration 7 days. Oh, okay, so there's a duration to it. Alright, let's put it on. Flimsy female troll mask. Soulbound. Head. Duration 7 days. Replaced my green tinted goggles, unfortunately, though. We'll wear this as we kind of go around, though. We'll put the green tinted goggles on when we go back out to fight things. 8 stamina, 7 spirit. Oh yeah, I forgot those were had such good stats. Jeez. Alright, there we are. There's the flimsy female troll mask. I should make that like a portrait icon on the top left, like my Twitch profile picture or something. People are like, what is that? Oh, it even shows down here. I don't know why it doesn't go all the way to like the edge there. It's like kind of like cut off, kind of. Is it like that? Got the nose, and then on the right of the nose. No, there's not like a part of the mask that's like that. Huh, a bit odd. Okay, let's head on over to Stormwind. Felicia Maline, Griffin Master.
Well met.
Well met. Stormwind Elwyn, 2 silver, 9 some copper, and away we go.
See you around.
Zug Zug. Oh, wrong faction. May the Zug Zug be with you, my friend. Always. Well, we almost did it, guys. We almost did it. Almost got to a morning stream today, but not quite there. Well, we start like a little afternoon, a little early, or a little early afternoon, you know. What I'm trying to say is we started like right after 12, kind of. Trying to get so we have the streams in the morning, and then, you know, streaming into the afternoon, not just in the morning, but thinking we're gonna start doing like 9 to 5 as like the streaming schedule. That's what I'm working toward. I wanted to start doing that today, but I overslept again, of course, and that's why I didn't get the stream started until just afternoon. I overslept, and then I was like trying to hurry up and try and get to the point where I could start the stream just before noon, so that it'd still be considered a morning stream and still kind of, you know, hit that goal at least of getting the stream going in the morning, albeit late in the morning, but still in the morning, making progress towards that earlier morning goal. Didn't quite get there though. We'll see. We'll try and keep working towards it. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, there's a lot of people in Stormwind. I think I saw even more the other day. I think the first day of the Halloween event. There's just, this area was just packed. Delwyn this. That's kind of similar to, I don't know what Delwyn supposed to kind of mean. Delwyn this. But one of my names I was thinking of, if I was to do another unarmed character, would be like disarm this. Since you can't disarm them if they're already unarmed. You cannot disarm that which is already unarmed. Thought disarm this would be a cool name. I do like having Swapper in my name though, or something to do with swap. Just so people do watch the stream or something and they see me on the world, like, oh, it's Swapper. They could recognize me. I think that's kind of fun. Not that I really have that many viewers at this point, or as the future is indeed unknown. Might not even have many viewers in the future, but for those that do watch, you might happen to see me in the world. I think that'd be kind of cool. I know I've seen other streamers out in the world, like, oh, it's so-and-so. I watch their streams sometimes. There they are. That's cool. Boom, boom, bada boom, bada boom, 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 bada boom. A rabbit. Oh, yeah, God, I keep forgetting to summon my rabbit. Did I even summon my rabbit yesterday? Or not yesterday, but the last time we streamed this guy a couple days ago? I don't think I did. Let's see, let's fix that. Let's actually summon the rabbit today. Rabbit crates, snowshoe. Alright, there he is. Bum 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 bum. Grip strength. I wonder if they watch Brian Shaw. Alright. Innkeeper of Farley. Innkeeper?
Looking for something specific?
The Legend of Stalvan.
Have a good one.
Stalvan. Sure sounds familiar.
See you later.
The name Stalvan rings a bell. I remember now. Many years back, on a stormy night, a messenger came in, seeking refuge for the night. Near the stroke of midnight, the man ran down the stairs, screaming, his face pale with fear. Still wearing his bedclothes, he disappeared into the downpour. In his haste, he forgot his letters in the chest upstairs. He never returned for them. One remains from that Stalvan fellow, intended for the Canal District in Stormwind. Help yourself to it. Quest objectives: retrieve Stalvan's undelivered letter from the chest and deliver it to the Canal District in Stormwind. Alright.
Safe travels.
Grab that. Bum, ba, bum, ba, dum. Man, there's a lot of people playing today. Wonder why today in particular. I mean, there's usually a decent amount of people on, but jeez, there's just, I mean, a lot more today. Or maybe it's just because I haven't been here to Goldshire in a bit. Maybe it's been like this the past few days or so. Or more. Lots of people talking, lots of people playing. Looks like hardcore's back on the menu. My god. Somebody killed this rabbit. What barbarians? Okay, now we go up to the wetland. Actually, no, now we go to Stormwind's Canal District. We got more Stalvine stuff to do. For we are not through with this quest. I don't know if the 9 to 5 is what I'm going to be sticking with for the stream schedule for the foreseeable future, but I figure we kind of give that a go, see what that's like. Streaming those hours. Like I said, I do want to start the streams in the morning, preferably earlier in the morning. I mean, not necessarily super early, not like, 5 a.m. or something, but, 9 I think is decent time. And I would like to stream for, good 8 hours throughout the day. Maybe more, maybe less, but consistently kind of hit that 8-hour mark. So I figured 9 to 5 is a decent place to start, and we can kind of adjust from there. I was also considering kind of splitting up the stream. Even doing, like I said, I want to hit that 8-hour mark for the total stream time on average throughout the days of streaming. Doesn't necessarily have to all be at once though, and I was kind of considering even doing like 2 streams. One stream starting, maybe from like 9 to 1 p.m. and then I would take a break and get done what I need to get done in the day, whether I'm working on a video or I have to go to the store or whatnot. And then after a few hours break, maybe another stream from like 4 till 8. That's where I have to deliver the letter? Oh wait, maybe you have to come here eventually. Yeah, from like 4 till 8 or something. But, I don't know. I don't know if I want to split up the stream into 2 streams. Canal District. Where is the Canal District? Could have sworn it was like over here. But I had to turn it in. Oh, I didn't get the freaking letter. I had to actually go upstairs, didn't I? Darn it. I thought he gave it to me. Ah, crap. Alright, we gotta go back. We gotta go back, guys. Silly swapper. Not paying attention. As per usual. I wonder why they add the per in there. As per usual instead of just as usual. Unless that's not actually a thing and I just think it's a thing. Bum bum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum bum bum. Maybe at some point we'll try the split streams and see what that's like. Possibly. Instead of just one long stream, but... Dun 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 dun. My reluctance with that is one of the main issues, I think. I think big streamers can kind of pull something like that off. But I think I mean, this is based off assumptions. I haven't tried it or anything, and I don't know of anybody else's experience with doing something like that, but my assumption is, since like as a smaller streamer, when I start my streams, it's not like I have a lot of people that are tuning in immediately, right? And especially as a very, 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 very small streamer, I'm pretty much, you know, when I start my streams, usually around 1, hopefully, and sometimes 2 viewers for a decent amount of time. And then it kind of grows from there, depending on the stream. Sometimes we still hover around 2, sometimes 1, sometimes 3, sometimes, you know, some days we get up to, you know, 5 that we stay at for a good amount of time. But the point being is, when I start the stream, it takes a bit before we get up to that point, because I'm going to be, you know, buried at the bottom, so to speak, of all the other streams in the category. So by the time I get up to, you know, say hypothetically 4 viewers, just throw a number out there. Say I'm streaming for like a few hours and I get up to 4 viewers. I mean, it took me a few hours to get to that point. All right, now we're hovering at like 4 viewers for after 3 hours. Then I get an hour left in my stream. You know, if we do that split stream thing where 4 hours and then a break in 4 hours later. Okay, well then I'm at that 4 hours for 4 viewers for like an hour. Then I stop the stream to go take my break for a few hours, come back and then do the second stream for 4 hours. Well, now I'm back at the bottom of, you know, what I was just saying how, okay, now I'm back at just 1 viewer for, you know, it takes me 3 more hours again to get back up to that 4 viewers, hypothetically. You know what I mean? So I think, whereas if you're a big streamer, I think you can pull off kind of that 2 different streaming times during the same day. Like 1 earlier and then 1 later, because when you start up your stream as a big streamer, okay, now you have like, I don't know, a few hundred people in there immediately, and then you're at the top of the category. So it's not a big deal if you stop your stream and then start another stream later that day. Whereas a small streamer, when you start up the stream, you don't have many people watching, so when you stop the stream and you start it again later in the day, you're back at the bottom rather than back at the top. If that makes any sense. So that's why one of the big reasons I'm reluctant to do kind of that's 1 stream earlier and then a break and then another stream later. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, where's this letter? Here it is. Storage chest, the Legend of Stalvan, an undelivered letter. Yep, this is what I'm looking for. Alright, we got it. Undelivered letter. Ice Crown of the Frozen Throne. Pretty sure I wrote down all of these, or that one, if that's the only one. It'd be cool if there's some Halloween books. I haven't noticed any yet. There's some Halloween stories you could read. You know, how they have all these different Halloween decorations, like these pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns, I suppose, and bobbing for apples, which is not necessarily just a decoration, but got this big pumpkin basket. I don't know what you'd consider that. Whatever. Pail? Full of candy. Stuff like that. This witch's hat, wizard's hat, or whatever. If they had like some Halloween books laid out that you could read. Like I said, haven't noticed any yet. Doesn't mean that there aren't any. Oh my god, another dead rabbit. Who's killing all these rabbits? You monsters. What did this rabbit ever do to you? It's a little snowshoe rabbit's brethren. Dead in the road. It's like that, troll body we saw dead in the road on the way from Durotar to Mulgore. Yesterday's stream, when I was, running through the Barrens, my level 8 at the time, troll warrior, to go do the beginning quest in Mulgore for the Torrens. I was running through the Barrens and was talking about how we're seeing these, level 16 hyenas are 8 levels above me, and high-level raptors, or relatively high-level raptors, and hopefully we don't aggro that stuff on the way to Mulgore. And in the distance, we see a dead body in the middle of the road. And as we approach it, we can see that it is not just a dead body, but a dead troll body. And that is the race of my warrior that I was playing. Not only was it a dead troll body, it was a low-level dead troll body, very close as, well, based on appearance, that I could tell, quite close to my own character's level. So it seemed like they were doing the same thing I was doing, running from Durotar to Mulgore at a low level. But fortunately for them, they did not make it. So it was a bit ominous. And then it occurred to me that probably shouldn't be standing right next to the other dead troll, or not necessarily the other one because I was still alive, but the dead troll. Oh, this is a campfire. Do I get a buff standing next to us? And so we got out of there before whatever killed them could come over and kill me. And then we ended up safely making it to Mulgore. For those that didn't watch yesterday's stream, we did make it to Mulgore. Didn't end up aggroing anything on the way, so that was good. I did have my sticky glue, really sticky glue at the ready in case we did aggro like a mob that was gonna potentially kill me, which pretty much everything in the Barrens could have easily killed me at that level. But didn't have to use any of it. Did see some question mark level mobs once we approached Camp Tarajo. Managed to avoid those as well. But yeah, spoiler alert. Sorry if anybody was going to go back and watch the VOD. But yeah, we did make it safely there. Started doing those quests. We got to level 10. Yeah, I'm not getting a buff. I could have sworn, maybe, did they not add that until like TBC or Wrath or something? Could have sworn these campfires gave you like a spirit buff. I guess maybe you have to be, maybe it has to be your own campfire, or you have to be in a party with the person that made it. I don't know. I was hoping actually, I was just kind of thinking of different ways of getting even more spirit from my troll warrior. Is there a sewer beast down here? I haven't even seen the sewer beast yet on this guy. But anyway, I was thinking of getting more ways of getting spirit on my troll warrior, because that's what I'm trying to go for the most of, is spirit. For the troll racial rejuvenation. And then I thought, yeah, the campfires would be another way of getting spirit. And what I could do is, even if the buff doesn't go away in combat, I wasn't sure if it did or not. I was asking, kind of asking at the time, partially just thinking to myself, partially kind of asking, but no one answered my question. I wasn't sure if the campfire buff goes away when you get into combat, or if it's only when you're out of combat that you get the buff. Because if it doesn't go away in combat, that might be another way of getting more spirit while fighting as well. Is if I'm in an area where I'm going to be pulling a bunch of stuff around me, I can just pull them to the campfire and get more spirit, which means I get more health rejuvenation while in combat. I just need to make sure I don't actually, you know, stand in the fire and take damage that way, because that'd be quite an interesting way to die, I suppose. Make it for a good death clip. I'm just pulling all of these things around the campfire and killing them next to the campfire, and then all of a sudden, you know, pull one more thing, and I end up dying in the campfire in the campfire, next to all these dead bodies of things I just killed. That would make for an interesting death clip, I think. Let's try not let that happen, but I suppose if it does happen, then at least it'll be interesting. Caretaker Folsom. Okay, this, I think, spawns another undead ghost thing, right? What level is this even? Legend of Stalvin. It says it's 28. The other one was a little tough, actually. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I still ended up killing it, but still. It kind of like polymorphed me. Wasn't able to grow it because it just immediately... It said it was passive, the one in Moonbrook, but it aggroed on me without me even attacking it. And it got me out of stealth. So it was a bit odd. I eventually used a target dummy to get some distance to use my throwing weapons, but it polymorphed me, even though it should have been aggro to the target dummy, so I don't know what was going on with that fight. It was just a bit... It was odd. Alright, let's try this one, though. We do have Vanish, so... Caretaker Folsom.
Can I help you?
Can I help you? Bum 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 bum. The legend of Stalvan. What have you got there? Let me take a look at that. Required items: an undelivered letter.
For the Alliance.
For the Alliance. You've got some nerve bringing this here.
See you around.
My father was the caretaker of the estate long before I was. He had to mop the blood up after the massacre. But that's neither here nor there. The last funds of the Flint Ridge Trust have dried up. Now the last of the family possessions are headed for auction. Blame the tax vultures. I guess if you're really itching to learn more, you're free to look through this junk. Who knows what you might find. Quest objectives: search through the packed up possessions for a clue. Alright everybody, let's get our Sherlock Holmes hats on. We have clues to find, deductions to make, mysteries to solve.
Be careful.
Okay, now, when does the thing spawn? Do I actually have to interact with this and then it spawns? Can you get a pet rat in this game? You know, I'm kind of noticing a theme here. It seems like all the critters in the game you can get as a companion. I noticed these rabbits hopping around in Red Ridge when I was questing there. And I was like, oh, I wonder if you can have a rabbit as a companion. And then I was told by someone in chat, yep, you actually can have a rabbit as a companion. You can get him in outside Ironforge in Dunmoreau, you know. There's a vendor there that like runs around. You can buy a rabbit. Then I was also seeing those prairie dogs running around in Westfall, and I was like, oh, that'd make a cool companion. If there was a Classic Plus, Blizzard should add prairie dogs as companions. That'd be a cool addition to the game. And then I was also told in chat, you actually can have prairie dogs as a companion. Quite a surprise to me, even more so than the rabbits. And yeah, that prairie dog vendor, I would have guessed that they would be somewhere in Westfall. But no, they're actually a horde vendor in Thunder Bluff. I'll be getting a prairie dog on the troll warrior. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see if I have enough silver. I think they're actually quite expensive. But yeah, you can have snakes. You could have cockroaches. You could have cats, right? I think you have parrots. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a rat companion, but I don't know where the vendor would be. I don't recall seeing one. I wouldn't mind having a rat as a companion on a character. Yeah, if anybody knows if you could have a rat companion, let me know. And where the vendor is, not necessarily specifically, but kind of like where I can find them. You know, like if they're in Stormwind or if they're in, you know, Telge or something. Maybe they aren't. Maybe there's one in Darnassus. There's a vendor in Thunderbluff for prairie dogs. There's a vendor in Orgrimmar for snakes. There's a vendor in Undercity for cockroaches. There's a vendor... I don't know about the Alliance cities. I haven't noticed any pet vendors in the cities here. I know there was a vendor for, like I said, the rabbits are outside of Ironforge. I don't know if there's a pet or a companion vendor in Ironforge. Or Stormwind or Darnassus. There must be. Interesting. Yeah, because there's cats, but I don't know where you get the cats. Well, we'll have to figure this out soon enough. I would like to have a rat companion. That'd be quite cool. It would almost be like that quest in the Deep Run Tram where you have those rats following you around. Except you have just a single rat companion this time, you know, instead of a bunch of them. Okay, let's open this up and hopefully not die. Actually, first let's get a buff food. Or a food buff from the buff food. I don't know why I'm going all the way over here for that. I'm not going to be aggro or anything. I guess I'm just in the habit of getting far from where I'm going to be fighting. Because the mobs have aggroed and interrupt my buff food in the past. Actually, we want to put the goggles back on. Let's do that. Not gonna lie, I am kind of tempted to make this like a troll mask profile. You know, this character, you see in the top left as my profile picture on Twitch. I think it'd be kind of funny. Let's get a buff. Let's put the goggles on first. Green tinted goggles, cloth. Even though it's not made of cloth, it's made of leather. 35 armor, 8 stamina, 7 spirit. Made by Swapper Man himself. Alright, back to the goggles. Now we need a food buff from the buff food. Bobbing apple, stamina spirits. Sure, one day I'll start using these fish liver oils. I'm not even sure where I got them at this point, but I haven't used a single one. Okay, now let's give this a go. See if this... What's a strategy? What's the strat? It's probably going to aggro me. It's probably going to break my stealth like the last one. What level is this one? This one's still 28, right? So I'm not going to aggro like a level 33 elite, right? Like I did when I was going to do that rogue quest over in Ravenholt. That tunnel. Hopefully not. It's probably going to break my stealth, so we're going to use a target dummy. And we're going to back up. We use throwing weapons. When the target dummy's gone, we probably use dynamite. We'll see where it's at with health. And then if we need to, we can vanish. Alright, sealed crate, Legend of Stalvan. Legend of Stalvan, you slowly slide the lid off. The lid of the crate. Of the crate off. Okay. I don't know why that was hard to read. Legend of Stalvan. Inside the crate you find various objects, musty heirlooms, a family portrait, a few hunting trophies, and some old books. Near the bottom, underneath the ceramic base, you uncover a torn journal page. Quest objectives. The torn journal page you discovered provides your next clue. Alright. Oh, there it is, yeah. See, it's passive, but it aggroed. Target dummy. Why did it still curse me?
That ability isn't ready yet.
Yeah, and then aggro's onto me. I only did, what, 1 or maybe 2 throwing weapons? It shouldn't have aggroed from that. Off of the target dummy. I don't know. These fights are weird. I don't think we'll need a dynamite. All attributes reduced by 5. That's unfortunate. I shouldn't even bother with a target dummy. So they're just going to polymorph me. But I guess we know now. It's kind of useless using one. Just turns me, polymorphs me, and continues to kill the target dummy. Oh well. Bronze bar, handful of copper bolts, and linen cloth. We got pretty much everything we needed for another target dummy back from that one. What do we need also? We need wool cloth, and a copper modulator, and one more handful of copper bolts. I don't know if it was 1 or 2 wool cloth for a target dummy. Boom, 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 boom. Now where do we go? Said it provided my next clue, right? Let's take a look. This? A torn journal page. Quest item. Unique. Only the bottom half of this journal page remains. Legend of Stalvan. Alright, that's what I'm looking for. Can read it. Okay, let's take a look here. A torn journal page. Giles? Is it Giles or Giles? For some reason I want to say it's Giles. Giles. Giles? Trying to remember like what other names have a G but is pronounced with a kind of a J sound. Gerard, right? That's spelled with a G, but it's not Gerard, it's Gerard. There's I think some Jeffreys are spelled with a G. It's not Geoffrey, it's Jeffrey. I think it's Giles, isn't it? I don't know. Let's go with Giles. Giles, the boy, seems a bit rambunctious and will be a challenge to educate. However, the elder daughter, Taloa, seems exceptionally smart. I couldn't help but to notice her captivating beauty as well. She is on the cusp of womanhood now. Supposedly, the Lord has arranged her marriage for next year, but I digress. This week, I will accompany the family to their summer cottage near the Eastvale logging camp in Elwyn, close to the Red Ridge Mountains. I hope to write more while there. Wow, that's disturbing. This Stalvan quest is getting dark. Alright, now, let's see. It said the logging camp near Red Ridge, right? Now, I'm quite certain parts of this quest get very dangerous, and I don't know what parts do. Does anybody in chat know at one point these quests might kill me? Unless you want to watch me die. In which case, some people possibly do want to watch me die, so they're not going to tell me when it is going to be dangerous. But if you don't want me to die, let me know before I end up doing that part. Why do I think it's this part that's going to be the dangerous part? Well, we got to go to that Eastville logging camp. Do I want to do that? Maybe I'll wait till somebody in the chat knows. I don't remember that being too bad. I don't know. Let's go over there. Suppose we'll just keep going with it. It's not like we have all that many quests we can do at the moment. Let's do what we can. How many slaughtered rabbits are we going to find on the road this time? You know, I wonder, maybe there is one companion vendor per major city. Just don't remember seeing any in the Alliance cities. But there is one in each of the Horde cities. I didn't realize that until, well, I didn't realize that there was a prairie dog vendor in the Thunder Bluff until the other day. Because you don't really have much reason to go over to where that vendor is. So it might be the same for, you know, Darnassus and Ironforge and Stormwind. Where the vendor is, for those that aren't aware, as I wasn't, it's, you kind of go to the, I think it's the central area of Thunder Bluff. Pretty much right in the middle, where, Cairn, is it Cairn or is it Bane? Bloodhoof. One of those Bloodhoof, Tauren are his, big tent where he stands. And behind that tent, kind of in like one of the corners, there's a smaller tent where there's a single vendor. And that's the prairie dog vendor. Like I said, I'll be getting a prairie dog for my troll warrior. The only thing is, I thought they were like 50 silver, so I don't have that kind of silver on that character yet. Get there soon enough. As long as I stay alive. Ugh, need more coffee. More too sweet coffee. Too sweet for me. Can barely taste the coffee. Unfortunately, Unfortunately. Wow, that is an interesting name. Some of these names, man. Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum bum. Looks like Tuna Tornado has won a duel. Is that for battle duel to the death? Or is it? Do they still have regular duels? Or are they only duels to the death now? Is that the real Tuna Tornado? Or is that An imposter. I tried to get the swapper name for my troll warrior when I was making him, but unfortunately somebody already had the name Swapper. I did try some time ago as well to get the swapper name. I don't know, maybe, I think it was for this character. When I made this character, I tried to get the swapper name. But it was taken then. I was hoping when I made the troll warrior, and that was only, I don't know, a few days ago? When did we start playing that guy? I think it was, well, let's see, we played the troll warrior yesterday, and then there was the unarmed rogue and the troll warrior. So yeah, I think 3 days ago, we started playing the troll warrior. And I might have made him the day before then. But anyway, when I was getting his name, I tried to get Swapper. And I was hoping that, like, well, this is gonna sound, I mean, I don't mean to sound, like, mean in the saying this. I just realized the way this is kind of coming out, it's kind of sounding mean. But I was kind of hoping that whoever had that character died and that didn't make another character named Swapper. I don't want their character to be, you know, to die, but I was hoping that might be the case so that I could have the name Swapper, but no, the name was still taken. And then I tried to get the name Swamper, because that's kind of, mentioned this before in other streams, but when I get to affiliate, some of my emotes that I want to do are going to be like this kind of swamp creature. It's going to be kind of like the Swapper brand channel, whatever, mascot kind of thing, you know. It's this kind of this swamp creature, because I figured, you know, well, I was thinking like having emotes and stuff inspired by the character Swamp Thing, but instead, because I was thinking instead of, you know, kind of sounds similar, instead of Swamp Thing, it'd be Swap Thing. My friend, though, came up with a better idea, because I wanted to be far from actual, you know, wanted to be inspired by Swamp Thing, but far from it to the point, you know, obviously I don't want to get in trouble with all that stuff. But so my friend thought of a better idea, so instead of Swapper, it'd be Swamper, which I think is, for one, you know, it's farther from Swamp Thing. And still trying to figure out what the actual kind of swamp creature is going to look like. One of my ideas was like kind of have like a Bigfoot kind of creature. It'd kind of be like a swamp version of Bigfoot. Kind of how you think of, most people, you know, think of Bigfoot, you know, you think of like the woods or the forest. That's kind of where Bigfoot, who is supposedly not real, and is not real as far as I'm concerned, but you think of him in the woods, but what if there's like a swamp version of Bigfoot, and what would that look like? So I think that might be an interesting idea. But anyway, I tried to get the name Swamper, because that would be the name of that creature, and that was taken. Long story short, the name was taken. So we ended up going with Swaptimus for the Troll Warrior. Alright, next part of Legend of Stalvan. See how dangerous this gets. I think he sends me into the house, right? And then we end up like getting something that spawns another one of those undead things. I guess we'll find out. Marshall Haggard.
Light be with you.
The Legend of Stalvan. What have you got there? I cannot see. My eyesight is very bad, but it put it in my hands. Required items, a torn journal page.
Light bless you.
I can barely make out those letters, but that writing style reminds me of something I once saw before my vision became so poor.
For the Alliance.
There was a bundle of parchments in the chest upstairs when I moved into this place. I looked at them once when I first arrived, but I gave up once the fog hazed over my peepers. Interesting way of putting it. Once the fog hazed over my peepers. Do an old, nearly blind man a favor, and check the chest upstairs for anything that might help you in your quest to discover more about this Stalvan character. I'm pretty sure there's a faded journal page that might be of interest to you. Bring it to me and I'll help in any way I can. Quest objectives, Marshall Haggard. Want you to check the chest upstairs for the faded journal page.
Be careful.
Careful. Wow, that's a small bottle. I don't remember if I checked for any books in here. I think I did. Is that baseball? No. They got beds down here. Interesting. Pretty sure I checked for books in here. Oh, maybe. Oh, I didn't. I must have not. This might be a new one, I think. I don't think I've seen the lethargy of the orcs anywhere. Interesting. Lethargy of the orcs. Let's take a look. That might actually be a new one. Move the coffee out of the way. Let's see. Let's take a look at the list. Let's see. I read this as I saw Ice Crown of the Frozen Throne. I thought it said ice cream. Ice cream of the Frozen Throne. Anyway, Iron Forge, Last Guardian, Dark Portal, New Horde, Sunwell, Sargeras, Agewind, Eridor. I think this is a new one. Interesting. I do find new ones every so often, but a lot of them ends up being repeats of ones I've seen before. Lethargy of the Orcs. Where are we? We're in Elwyn. Forest. Eastvale. Logging. Camp. And this is lethargy. Of the orcs. All right, that's cool. I am curious if there are any books that are indeed there's just one in the world. Because like I said, as I'm finding these books, I'm seeing more and more like kind of repeats of others in the world. For example, like what I mean by repeats is like I use this example a lot because it's kind of the first one that comes to mind. But there's a book called Civil War in the Plague Lands, and you find that one both in, I think maybe in 3 or 4 places, but 2 that I know of off the top of my head are, in Northshire Abbey, I think right next to the Priest Trainer, and there's a copy in Stormwind, the Stormwind Library, and I think there might be 1 or 2 others possibly as well that I've seen already, but stuff like that. That's what I mean by a repeat of a book. Man, this coffee is too sweet. I mean, at this point, I don't know, it feels, kind of tastes more like closer to hot chocolate than coffee. I mean, it's cold. It's not hot. But just the flavor reminds me more of like a hot chocolate than coffee. So it's good, but it's not really. I'm looking for more coffee flavor. Okay, let's open this. I'm assuming this is going to spawn another one of those undead things, right? Let's use another food buff, just in case that is the case. Just in case that is the case. In this case, we got plenty of these apples. We can get plenty more. bobbing apple. Stamina, spirit. Eat one of those. Ba-ba-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. Now, isn't this... I could have sworn I have seen... I don't know if I saw it live, but I think maybe it was a clip I saw. Maybe he was doing Graze for Days. I thought it was a bigger streamer. Somebody was yeah, this must spawn one of those undead things, because I could have sworn they got polymorphed in this room into this fire. I don't know if they ended up dying. I think they did. Because when the polymorph broke, I think the reason... Because you're too big to get in here. Maybe a gnome could fit. But as a human, you're too tall. So the polymorph, though, when you get turned into a sheep, the sheep walked into the fire, but the fire broke the sheep because it caused damage. So he turned back into whatever he was, whatever race, and he couldn't get out. And I think that they ended up dying. I don't know who it was, though. I thought it was Grace for Days. Could be wrong there, though. It's been a while since I saw that. Okay, so yeah, actually, we're gonna have to fight this outside. We're just gonna have to make sure it doesn't polymorph me that fast, though. We're gonna have to get out of here. I don't think we have time to read this one, guys. Usually I like to read all the quests and see the lore and the stories and whatnot. But I think we're gonna have to just get this one and get out. Alright, let's do that. Alright, hold on to your teeth, everyone. Marshal Haggard's chest. Legend of Stelvan. Here we go. Faded journal page. Alright, we got it. Run, 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 run. She's polymorphing. Oh, wait, no, she's cursing. Okay. Get downstairs. Get out of here. Alright. We don't want to be next to that fire. No fires, please. Alright, we should be fine. She's not polymorphing. It's a bit interesting. The other ones polymorph me. So I know they do polymorph, as well as seeing that one kind of... Like I said, I don't know if there's a clip or not,
I
but
can't do that.
this one should polymorph as well. I wonder if I target dummy, does she polymorph? Yeah, there we go. There's the polymorph.